fellow humans, fellow aliens. Who would have thought Ethiopia would have been the center of discussion in this time? Why I say this is because Ethiopia has been there quietly without nobody knowing how important it was to this civilization. Yeah, a few people sing a few songs, and I heard Bob Marley shed some light on it. And I used to wonder about why did he find it so relevant to be placing the Ethiopian monarchy ahead of the European monarchy, right? And why does he look at it as Haile Selassie as the God? People of earth, you never see smoke without fire. All right, let me elaborate on this subject because a lot of you out there are very much so lost. Mind you, if Spirit didn't enlighten me to what I'm about to tell you, I wouldn't know even myself. Because I thought the Garden of Eden was in Iraq. Then again, it was, but I'm saying it's more than one. But you know how these demons do it. They give you an half-lie for the truth. I did not know that there was 1, 2, 3, and possible more. Because up till now, I have not gotten any information on the Asians. So, it's pretty interesting to what Spirit will have to say to me about Asia, right? He is taking me right through this earth to let me know who's who and where everybody came from. So far, we have reached the Arabic realm, America, Europe, and Africa. So there is a lot more for Spirit to tell me about what really took place back then and how, at what length Murdoch went to, to distract us and to stop us from ascending. You understand? Right? First of all, the name Yakub was referring to Murdoch. Yes, Murdoch the Anunnaki. But nobody never said anything about that. They just mentioned Yakub, the big-headed scientist, and Yakub was this and Yakub was that. Yakub was not no big-headed scientist. His head was not big. They referred to him as the big-head scientist because of how smart he was. Some of them say he has 2 brains because he was brilliant. Remember who his father was? His father was Enki, the Anunnaki who created humans, the original humans avatar. So, Enki taught him everything. So imagine how brilliant this demon who's running this earth is. And he's here right now, by the way. But let's shed some light on Ethiopia. Y'all will never see Ethiopia the same after this video. Okay? All lies they give you in history. All lies. You heard me? When Yakub took that group, a specific group, out of Egypt, his followers. He did not take them to the Caucasus Mountain. He took them to Ethiopia. Back then, I don't know what the name was. But today, it's modern day Ethiopia. You hear me? And up till this day, if you think I'm joking, look at the Ethiopians. And you could tell immediately what Yakub did. Look at those race of people. From the group that he brought to Ethiopia, he intended to create the white race. You understand? Because he wanted to instill the DNA of the Igigi in them. You understand? But the thing was, the Igigi could not sleep with the hybrid Anunnaki. I could tell you this because he tried it. And guess what? Every time they breed, they end up with a Neanderthal. And they turn it around in history and tell you, oh, the white people was Neanderthal. Lie. Murdoch tried breeding the hybrid Anunnaki with the Igigi alien DNA. And it turns out bad for him. They end up to be Neanderthal. So he had to stop that. And they had to take another way. You understand? He wanted to take a shortcut. He ended up having to take a long cut. And when he realized that didn't work, what he did was he drew for the plates DNA. Right? Because the hybrid Anunnaki alien DNA was not competitive with the Igigi. So he had to change the DNA up so that it could be accepted by the Igigi DNA, right? The avatar, that is. Right? So, hence, he went and he used the plates to break down the melanin in the body of the hybrid Anunnaki. That was the only way it could have worked for him to get the Igigi bloodline into the human avatar. That's what it was all about, people. People of Earth, you've been deceived. Open your eyes. All right. He was in Ethiopia when he did all of this. And he started breeding the hybrid Anunnaki with the plates because the DNA was accepted, right? Between the two alien species. And he still fell into troubles. Because now he thought he could have gotten the straight white race out of the plates and the hybrid Anunnaki. He get a long color chart. Yeah. He get a long ass color chart. And when he get this, he has nowhere, he couldn't keep them around. Because he wants to get that color. Right? That he wants the melanin reduced. So he couldn't keep them around. So he abandoned them. He sent them off, shipped them out. It took years, people. It took years. White people history is limited to this earth because of how long it took him. You understand? Rome was came into existence. Check history. Real white people came into existence during the Roman times, when Roman began to be a superpower, because by